who am I? I'm Carla Palmer. I'm also known as Miss GYSB. GYSB, it stands for Get Your Sexy Back, and it is a balanced approach to living your best life, focusing on your mind, your body, and your spirit. So over a decade ago, you guys, I was successful with weight loss. I lost over 50 pounds, and I've been able to maintain that weight loss for the past 10 years. So my goal on Periscope, any social media platform that I'm on a lot of social media platforms, Facebook, Instagram, Periscope, and Twitter. So my goal is to share my healthy living tips with you guys. So today, I wanted to talk about 5 things that may be hindering us when it comes to fitness. 5 things, okay, this may help you. Number 1, you don't have a strong enough why. And I like to start with that because I feel like if you don't have a strong enough why, then it may be pretty difficult for you to get out of the bed and do the things that you want to do as far as fitness. So when your words and actions don't align, it doesn't mean that your heart isn't in the right place. It may mean that you just don't have a strong enough reason why. So my reason why I want to live healthy is because I want to live a long time. And I want to live a long time in a way that makes it still fun and exciting for me when I travel or when I am, just trying to get around at an age when I'm up in age. I mean, this year I'll be 48, but really just making sure that I do everything that I can in my power to stay healthy a long time, to not be in a situation too soon where my son has to take care of me because I can't get around and take care of myself. Now, I understand that there are things that are inevitable, things that are out of my control, but if I can lower the risk of having health problems later on in life, then I'm going to do everything in my power to do that. I'm going to do everything in my power to make sure that I'm not on a whole bunch of different medications like my dad was. When he was in his 60s. He died at 70, I think he died at 71. And he had a lot of health problems, but he didn't take care of himself. So I want to do things differently. I want to leave a legacy of good health when it comes to my son and his children and their children. I want it to stop with me and start with me. Stop the bad habits and start the good habits with me. And I want to be a good example for my son. When he sees all of the things that I do that lead to good health, I want him to be able to implement those things in his life, either now or later. It's never too early to start, and it's also never too late. All right, so I want people to get that. So your strong reason why, that's going to help you immensely. So I want you to take some time and I want you to spend some time really thinking about it. Write down things that are important to you. Another reason may be, hey, you know what? I really want to travel and see the world. Well, guess what? You can't travel and see the world if you're not healthy. You may be able to go and take a vacation, but for me, I am a traveler. I am a world traveler. I go to different countries and I like to travel. I like to get on the bus. I like to walk around. I like to do things that the local people do. I don't like to go on a beach and sit and chill. That's vacationing. I like to travel, but the way that I can do that and the reason why I'm able to do that is because I am healthy and I am fit. Those are important things to me. If you're an entrepreneur and you want to grow your business and you know that it takes a lot of time and energy to do that, you're not going to be able to do that to the fullest if you are not healthy, if you don't have the energy that you need to sustain those long nights sometimes and early mornings, dealing with difficult people, growing your business and doing different online courses and working with coaches. You have to have the energy and the stamina to do that. So that would be another reason why it would be important for you to really start to focus on your health and get that into your spirit, your reason why, and really looking at that on a daily basis and referring to that on those days that you feel like you don't want to do anything, okay? So the second reason is you lack routine. And when I say routine, I don't mean that mundane, day to day, same old. I don't mean that. I mean, for example, my routine is on Sundays, I look at my week and I say, okay, I've got a busy week, or I've got some time, on this day and that day to get some of my workouts in. And I try to get in 6 workouts a week. If you follow me on Instagram, I post on my story. I am accountable. You guys, I post on my story that I am getting it in and people see it. Because I want people to know, hey, you know what? I practice what I preach. I was up this morning. I left the house about 4:55 because I was on my way to go and work out. It was important to me. So my routine is on Sunday, I look at my week and I plug in my fitness times. I plug them in. I also look at my week and I figure out what it is that I'm going to eat because I take my lunch to work every single day, right? So that's my routine. Another part of my routine is finding time on Friday. I wash my clothes on Friday because I don't want to wash on Saturday and Sunday. So on Fridays, sometimes I work from home. I use those days, those Fridays, to wash my clothes while I'm working from home. And that way I don't have an excuse, oh, my clothes aren't clean, my workout clothes aren't clean, so I don't have anything to go work out in. My sports bra is dirty, my pants are dirty, I don't have any t-shirts. You never hear that excuse from me because I always make it a point on my routine to get my clothes clean. All right, so number 3. Oh, actually, and also with fitness, you don't want to just get it in whenever you can. You don't want to just get it, okay, oh, I can do fitness today, so I'm going to do, 20 minutes here. That's not planning. That's not planning. Sometimes it's like that, but really if you plan it out in your head and write it down and treat those workouts like very important appointments, then you will be able to get in a decent workout that's more than 20 minutes because you just found 20 minutes loosey-goosey kind of stuff. Don't do that with your fitness because that is not how you stay consistent. So the third reason that may be hindering your fitness is you're bored. It could be that you are just bored. You don't want to be bored. So one of the things that keeps my fitness exciting is that I mix it up. I do different things on different days throughout the week. And I've learned the things that I like. So you have to find what calls you. Maybe Zumba doesn't call you. Zumba doesn't call me, but maybe that is something that calls somebody else. So that's going to be one of their things. What does call me is boot camp on Sundays. Lord, if I miss boot camp on Sundays, I am not a happy person. I love it. I love the struggle, the challenge. It is all things difficult, but I absolutely love it. That works for me. So you have to find what calls you. Maybe you like spin class. So that's going to be something that you're going to put in your arsenal of things to do for your fitness throughout the week. All right. Another thing that makes it boring is you ain't even paying attention to your playlist. You have to update your playlist. You have to change your playlist. If you hear a song on the radio that you really like, that you'll be like, oh, I could jump rope to that, or ooh, this would be good on my spin bike. Put it on your playlist. Always look out for songs that make you move. If you dancing in the car, put it on your playlist. Put it on your playlist. It can go somewhere. Maybe it's not one of those songs that you do when you're lifting weights, but maybe it's something that sounds good in your ears and makes you want to go when you get on your spin bike. Maybe it's something that, you may not want to get on your spin bike with, but maybe it's something you want to jump rope to. All right. So I have different playlists for different activities, and they're very intentional. They're very intentional. They're so intentional to where I line them up to be more intense in the middle, right? Where I want to really, really go. Those songs that make me really get it in. Maybe they're a little faster. If it's a jump rope playlist, maybe it's a little faster in the middle, those songs there, because I'm really, really going hard right there, for those 20, 30 minutes. So just be intentional about your playlist. It will help you. I'm telling you, it will help you spice up your workouts. It'll help it to be way more exciting. All right. Number 4, you don't have any goals. You haven't looked at your baseline. You haven't done a baseline. And what do I mean by a baseline? You haven't gone and seen, okay, how long does it take, like if you're running, let's just use running for example. How long does it take for me to run a mile, right? You do that. Wherever you are, that's your starting point. And if that's your mile, if your mile is a 15-minute mile, that's your baseline. So your goal may be to, in 4 months, run a 13-minute mile or a 12-minute mile, whatever it is. You determine the number based on the amount of work that you're willing to put in. But that is your baseline. You set your baseline for all different things. Maybe your baseline for jumping rope, maybe you can jump rope for 5 minutes and you want to be able to jump rope for 10 minutes, right? But your baseline is 5. And that way you're always competing against yourself. Those are your goals, right? You're competing against yourself with your own goals. You ain't looking at nobody else. You ain't worried about nobody else. You know where you are, where you're starting, and that's your thing, all right? So set some goals that make sense for you. Number 5, it's an inconvenience. And what do I mean by that? Let me give you an example. If you are a member of a gym that is 30 minutes away from your house, that's kind of far, right? 30 minutes away from your house. So it takes 30 minutes to get to the gym. And then when you get there, you work out for an hour. And then it's 30 minutes to get back home. If you are a very busy individual, that probably isn't the best use of your time, and it's going to be frustrating, and you're always going to have a complaint about fitness because it's inconvenient. So make it convenient. Maybe you need to switch gyms. Maybe if there's not a gym near you, maybe the gym can't be your thing right now. What's going to be the most convenient way for you to get a workout in? Maybe it's DVDs. Yeah, maybe it's DVDs. So maybe if you find a fitness kind of activity that you like, find a DVD in that area and get the DVD. All right. Maybe you can keep your gym membership, but you go to the gym on the days that you're off. And then the DVDs will serve you on the days that you have a busy schedule. So make it make sense. Make it as convenient as possible. Because when it's convenient, it will get done. You still may do it begrudgingly for a little bit. Also, start to think about your way that you think about fitness. If you think about fitness as something negative that you have to do instead of something positive that you get to do for yourself and for your body, that whole perspective, changing it from a negative perspective to a positive perspective will do wonders for your spirit and your attitude when it comes to training.